Welcome! It is Saturday, the 26th of August. I am Flat Cap Callum and I'm hoping you are all very, very well. Last day of York, it's the Ebor today, and there are another couple of cracking looking handicaps going on at York. So, York, it's where it's at, but there is a lot of volume out there to be had. Personally, I've had a good go through everything. I've left out Windsor and Newmarket totality, and kind of the one that people would have thought I might have gone into is Killarney, and I've left out that too. So there's other stuff to look at. I think there's stuff at Killarney. There's some couple of good field sizes, but it's low grade stuff. So I've left out that. So I'm stacking on York. With a bit of Curragh, a bit of Redcar, and I think we've got one horse at Cartmel and a couple of Goodwood, I think, something like that. It is inevitably a £40 double stake day because it is there to be had today, and I am going to say to you, I am going to have a little go at it. There's 3 races that really fit the criteria at York, and then I've had a bit of a debate about what to go in with them, and I'm going to go with the Redcar 8 o'clock. That's what I've gone with. So A is it 7 bets? 7 bets. 7 bets, is it 7? No, it's 8. It's the full 8. It's the full. It's double stake. It is, yeah, double stake, and it's 8 bets. Through kind of need of speed this morning, I am going to put the staking plan in the comments. I decided that the 25 minutes of my life it would take me to write the whole thing out was more important to me than to spend it to make the video look like I always like it to be. So I've not written the whole thing out. It is going to be in the comments. So the whole staking plan in the comments, to be clear. So I'll try and make sure I do that literally as I upload the video, so it's all there. Because when there's 8 bets like that, my handwriting is poor. I have to work really hard to get it even as good as the hieroglyphics I show you anyway. And it just takes me a lot of time. So I like doing it like that, but we'll go with the speed this morning because there's other stuff. We need to do the review of Thursday's racing. I had some stuff in the comments for Friday. I'll talk about the golf and, importantly, the debut, the trial of the Flat Cap Callum Fantasy Tipping League. I am going to try it out today. We'll see how much time and energy it takes me, and then I'll have a bit of a review. But yeah, it's something I've thought about for a long time, and I feel like the comments have got to a volume now where there's that many people who share. I feel like this would be a funsy thing to do. So to be clear on the Fantasy Tipping League, there's no prize. There is no prize for this. This is optional in there if you want. It's a fantasy tipping league, and after each Saturday, I will reveal kind of the top 3, if there is a top 3, and then the plan would be to keep an ongoing league table, and I'll see how we go, and then we can truly see who in the comments is the true champion fantasy tipster based on the rules. So as a reminder, things I've already said, and I'm going to write all of this stuff in the comments too. It's any race on the television, on ITV Racing specifically. There's 7 races, 5 at York, 2 at Goodwood. You can use anything in those 7 races. You have a fictional 10-point bank each week, so 10 points. So let's imagine that is £10. So you can put your 10 fictional pounds wherever you want it to be. 1 point equals £1, right? Importantly, all 10 points have to get used to make it a valid entry. You can choose 1 horse, 2 horse, or 3 horses. That is your option. 1, 2, or 3. 1, 2, or 3 horses. So you could put 10-point win on 1 horse, and that's your entry. Absolutely fine. You could go 2 horses, and I'm going to go 2 point each way on that one and 3 point each way on that one. So each ways are valid. Wins are valid. There's no accumulators, no multiples, no forecasts, none of that stuff. They have to be single bets. All right? No decimal points. No decimal points, otherwise it's going to make it even more complicated for me. So no 1.5 each ways or 2.5 each ways. It's got to be 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 or 10-point win, whatever. What else was I going to say? You decide how many points you put on the horse, so it's up to you however you want to do it. The way I've done it, it might not be obvious, but for those of you good at maths, it means that you have to have a lean in the staking plan. So by saying 1, 2 or 3 horses, if you're putting 2 or 3 horses, and I'm saying you can't have decimal points, you can't actually put exactly the same stake on each one. Therefore, I'm forcing someone to have a bit of a lean on one of their selections in order for it to boost up. All calculations I will make are based on starting price. So you can't tell me the best price at a bookmaker. It's got to be starting price only. And the place terms, in keeping with the channel, place terms will be Sky Bet place terms. So whatever the Sky Bet place terms are at the start of the race, whatever extra place terms they're playing, that is what you can use to claim yourself points for the Fantasy Tipping League. Okay, hopefully that is quite clear. The other thing to say is really, really important, and this is to make my life easier. And if you don't do this, I am not going to make it a valid entry. So super, super clear here. I will put the comment in the put it in the comments. In order for you to enter, you need to reply to that comment. I don't want to flood the comments with 100,000 extra comments. That is not the point. I am not here to try and go, how many extra things can I get? I want them to be replies to the comments. I'm not fussed about I don't want a million comments because I think it gets really difficult to see what's going on. So you have to reply to the thread. So you say, here's all the entry details, press reply and then write it. Do not write, because I know I say these things for other stuff, like when I put comment thread things in, there's always people who don't do that. Entering is only valid if you reply to the comment. Clear. All right. So that is it. So what you'll need to do is write 1, 2 or 3 races, the horse, and what your pointage and whether it is win or each way. That's it. And then I'll aim to get the results out by Monday. But it depends. If someone's on a 50 to 1 shot and no one else was on it, it might be quite obvious who's actually won for the first week. Okay, and also should add, I'm not going to play, so my tips are all there for you. I'm not going to put myself in the tipping league. That doesn't feel like quite the right thing to do. This is about something for everybody else, and I will facilitate said thing. All right, where do we need to go? So Thursday, let's spin through Thursday. We had a good day Thursday, I think. I couldn't check. I was out and about. I couldn't check everything, but this bet was rubbish. That was rubbish, so that wasn't very good. This bet, we had Point Linus almost went and won. Place with Nizaka. So we had Nizaka was our decent one there. So place double 10s and 50s, which gives a bit back on that. Then bet 2... I've done them the wrong way around, haven't I? Bet 2 was the one that did the money. Cruyffton let me down again, but Nizaka held on for 5th place, which almost all bookies paid out on. Estrella Star was then 4th, which I think most paid out on, but that's the thing I couldn't see. I think most did, and then Stargic. They both had a rule 4, but we had 50s, 10s and 28s with a small rule 4, plus the additional double plus the additional single on those 3. So it was treble money for the channel. So that was a good day, and hopefully most people benefit from that one because we've had this run of it being a Sky Betty only. And then Below Deck ran with credit. I think it was 8th, but nothing else went off on that one. So we went big prices and we managed to hit one thing, which was enough to treble the money. So that was good. Friday comments, I put 5 up in the end. They were a bit late on, and of the 5, we had 2 placed. Legendary Day at 33s and Phalak, I think I put up at 16s, backed in a little bit. I think it was like 11s or 12s. So 2 out of 5 placed. So it wasn't too bad, but unless you just did those 2 and left out the others, you probably wouldn't have made a profit off it. If you did them all 5 in some sort of like Super Yankee or Canadian, it would have been a small loss, I think. Mention on the golf, not going well at all. Really, really bad on the golf. The Czech Masters, the only thing we've really got running at the moment is Soren Kjellsen in competition to be the top Dane in the side bet. That's about it. Then over in the Tour Championships, Max Homa and Lucas Glover did not have a good first day. They held it on the second day, but they got too far back, so that's not looking too good. And then in the Ali Challenge, the Champions Tour, I think it was the weather did it over, I think. There was no golf played yesterday, so I'm not quite sure what the deal is with there, but I know there's lunchtime tea times out for them. So we've got, what have we got? Is it Rod Pampling and Brett Quigley, I think, off the top of my head. So we'll see. But yeah, the golf's not looking in great shape for anyone who's involved in that at the moment. Okay, so as far as today's plan, as I said, it's all in the comments. And we've got 2 combination double bets. We've got 5 lucky 15s. One of them is a split leg lucky 15. And we've got one of the 4 race, 2 horses in each race combo 4-fold bet, which is the bet that makes it having a little go. So that is what I have for you. First race is 3 o'clock, so we are a bit late starting. But for the competition, the tips competition, you'll need your entries in by 1:45 because the first race on the TV is 1:50. So 1:45 is the cut-off. So you've got approximately 3 hours, a bit less than that by the time this video uploads. All right, my plan is I shall be back at some point tonight to do a Sunday vid to finish our week off with. But overall, I'm hoping after Thursday, everybody should be up a little bit this week. But I imagine not every single person will be. All right, I'll finish it there. Have a good Saturday. Put your entries in if the tips are, if you want to do it by 1:45. Make sure you reply to the comments. Thank you very much. See you tonight. Bye-bye.